Today I'm controlling the career of a player with max current ability. The goal is to win every single trophy in the English League structure that is in the base game of Football Manager. I have to start at the bottom and I cannot progress until I have won that trophy. There are a few rules though that I do have to abide by. 1, I have to move team every single season. 2, with one exception, I have to win the trophies in order of the league structure. So I have to start at the bottom and win, and that includes the cup competitions. Other than that, there's not really any more rules to speak of. So without further ado, let's get into it. And here is our chap, ladies and gentlemen, Alexandre de Gary, who is English. I don't know why I've chosen a very foreign sounding name, who is English. But Alexandre de Gary, or Alexander the Gary, model citizen, 200 out of 200. And I have built him from the ground up in terms of his attributes. Now, okay, yeah, I could have just meted him with better pace and better acceleration and stuff. But I don't know. I'm quite happy with this. If I had this guy as a striker, I wouldn't say no. Where are we starting? We're starting out at my original hometown of Buxton. And they are in the Vanarama National League North. So we're in the Vanarama National League North. The other trophy that we're going to be in is the FA Trophy, which is a Vanarama National League related cup. So we must win the FA Trophy whilst we're in the Vanarama National League structure. But of course, we win the Vanarama National League North. When we win the Vanarama National League North, hopefully we win it with Buxton. The season preview says we're going to be second. Now, I think that's probably because of old Alexander. So hopefully we win the league, because hopefully we'll be top goal scorer, and that should be enough to propel us to the title. We then have to go to the Vanarama National League South. Once we're in the South, then we can win that. Then we go to the Vanarama National League, and we hopefully will win the FA Trophy during one of those 3 seasons. Then we can move on to League 2. If we don't win the FA Trophy during those seasons, we will have to move around in the Vanarama National League from the team that we've probably won the league with, who are going up, to a different team. And we're going to have to keep going from there until we win it. Unless we use our little wild card where we jump on and we don't win this trophy now and we come back to it. But we can only do that once in the experiment. And I feel that we will probably be able to win the FA Trophy early doors. So I don't really want to use that wild card. I feel the Papa John's Trophy might be a little bit of a sticking point because that's League 1 and League 2, isn't it? But then there's under 23s from the Premier League. So we'll see as we progress through this experiment. But as I say, we do have to move teams every single season. So when we get to the Premier League, we start finishing second with a few of the big teams. And then we leave and then those big teams win the league. We can't go back there. So it could be very difficult. It could be very difficult. Let's go forward to the end of the first season then and see, did we win the league title with Buxton? Okay, the Gary. 42 in 41, 10 assists, an 18.64 XG, a 7.76 average rating. The FA Trophy we played once. That doesn't bode well at all, does it? I'm not very happy at that. So, of course, what I'm doing is I'm putting a future transfer like to Al Nassr and stuff because what I don't want to have him move mid-season and scupper this experiment. So, did we win the league? You better believe we did. Look at that then, ladies and gentlemen. 111 points. Just the 3 defeats all season. Second place, 85 points. 85 points for second place, 83 for third, and then so on and so forth. 25 goals was second place in the top goal scorer charts. Of course, we got 42. We saw that now. Where did Buxton finish in the FA Trophy? Out in the second round to Chorley. Oh, so we did play one game. Bromley won it. And they're in the Vanarama National League. So if they win it again, it doesn't matter because we can't go there. So we need to go to the Vanarama National League South. Where are we going to go then? So as we look through the teams here, the obvious choice would be Torquay, wouldn't it? Because they are probably going to be the best team. They've already got, but then they have got a player that scored a lot of goals. But I don't just want to go with what appears to be the best team. There's probably going to be a little bit of a vibe about it, and there's probably going to be a reason why I'm going in certain directions. And I'm going to go with Aveley. That's how you pronounce it, because they have done phenomenally well in some other experiments on the channel. The max ability and goalkeepers and outfield players and all that. Aveley seem to get up there and win trophies and stuff. So I'm going to go with Aveley. Our player is going to Aveley and hopefully he can get them to promotion. This might be a mistake, going on vibes so early doors, but do you know what? We go to Aveley. It's going to be for free. Always going to be for free. We are never going to be moving for a fee. That's another caveat to the rule. We're very happy to do that. He's contracted now to Aveley, and then we'll just move him somewhere. There we go. Okay. next season, Aveley, we win the league. Well, it's 55 goals this season in the Vanarama National League South in 42 games. Only 3 games and 3 goals in the FA Trophy. Again, doesn't look great. But we did win the league, 104 points, and it's an even bigger margin this season as to how we performed in the goal scoring charts. 55 goals, second place, 21. You could double that. You could add the top 2 together, and we are still beating them by 14. Torquay did get themselves promoted, actually, this time via the playoffs. So we probably would have gone up with Torquay. Now, Aveley, here we go. Moment of truth. Did we just play in the latter stages? No. FA Trophy 4th round. We lost to Yeovil. That's disappointing. Who did win it this season then? It was Solihull Moors. And they own the Vanarama National League. Joey Barton's in charge. Well, we might not go there then. Buxton finishing 3rd, despite the fact that I left them. Bit impressive, isn't it? Okay, so where should we go? I mean, Yeovil did beat us in the FA Trophy, so maybe. And they were meant to finish 12th, and they did finish 17th. So I feel like the FA Trophy is going to be harder to win because I feel it'd be very easy to win if I took over as manager and I just made sure that they played my guy. They're not doing it. They're resting him because they're only focusing on the league because they don't really care about the FA Trophy. So, I think we're going to go to Yeovil because they've underachieved. They beat us in the FA Trophy. Maybe we'll go on and win it. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you very much, Aveley. You've been a pleasure. Let's go to Yeovil and we'll just put a future transfer in as well and we'll move on. 2026. Once again, a good goal return. Not the best goal return this time in the Vanarama National League. Just 39 in 41. Just a 1 game and 2 goals in the FA Trophy. Let's hope that was the bloody final, eh? Let's hope that was the final. We did win the Vanarama National League, so we've ticked off all 3 leagues now in the non-league structure. It's just the FA Trophy still to go. Hey, look at this guy. Regen on loan from QPR, potential ability 158, second best player in the league. 11 player of the matches for me, 39 goals, 20 goals was for Jamari Clark, so we absolutely crushed the top goal scorer charts once again. I don't feel confident though about this FA Trophy. No, 4th round, I lost to Boston on penalties. Brilliant. Okay, AFC Telford won it. They obviously hold a bit of stock in it, do they? And they've just been promoted from the Vanarama National League North, so we're actually going to be in the Vanarama National League. So I'm going to go to AFC Telford. Yeah, let's do it. And it was another 41 goal season. Again, a little bit underwhelming, really. 41 2 seasons in. Oh no, so it was 39 he got into the season before. So at least it was more than a goal a game. And we got 6 in 6 in the FA Trophy. Oh, 12 in 13 for England as well. So we've played non-league football. We're in the England squad. I've got no bearing on whether we win the World Cup or Euro, so that's not part of the experiment. But it's a nice little aside that we will check in on periodically. That being said, AFC Telford, firstly, they won the Vanarama National League. So that's 2 years in a row we've won the Vanarama National League. So we've won every single league title that we've been involved in. We've been top goal scorer every single time. But 6 in 6 the FA Trophy. How many times? Quarterfinal, semi-final. Oh my God, we lost on penalties. 2 goals for old De Gary. De Gary scored 2 goals and his penalty, and we lost to Bromley. Oh my God. Ross Stewart, who was playing for Southampton, he's come all the way down here to non-league. And bloody Will Smallbones here as well, come down to non-league. That's a bit of a coup, isn't it? So close yet so far. But it's good to know that 6 games is about where we need to be. So if we're not seeing anywhere near 6, if we're seeing 5 or 6, then we're close. I think it's going to be Bromley that we're going to go to for the next season. Where were they? 4th and... Oh no, please don't. Oh, I thought they'd got promoted. Imagine if I'd have gone to Bromley and I was just rocking about in League 2. I would have had to have enforced the wild card by accident. Good job I checked. So, Bromley, let's go and get you promoted. And let's go and win that FA Trophy so I can... Well, I won't be able to stay, but I can join you in League 2. Let's go. Okay, 2 games in the FA Trophy, only 34 in the league. Now, maybe, I'd like to think there was a little bit of an injury where a couple of those games from the FA Trophy happened. Only 30 goals in the league. We did win the Vanarama National League, of course, and we were still top goal scorer. 34 games, 30 goals. I'm disappointed, though. I am disappointed with that. 18 and 23 for England. And the FA Trophy 4th round we won. The 5th round we won, and we lost in the quarter-final. Eastleigh won it. Where should we go? Season preview thinks Kidderminster are up there. We can't stay at Bromley. So it's Swindon or Kidderminster for me. Swindon been promoted. Right, let's go to Kidderminster. This is season 6 now. He's 21 years old. If we haven't won it this time, we might have to... Oh, don't like this. I do not like this at all. Right. 41 in 42 in the Vanuatu National League. 20 assists. Definitely been promoted almost certainly. FA Trophy, 5 games, 7 goals, 3 assists, and 8.18. We've got to be close. We've got to be close. Just a quick look at the league. We've won the league, of course we have. 98 points. Didn't break the 100 mark. 41 goals for me. 17 for Josh Davison of Northampton. 20 of the... We're top of the average rating, goals and assists. We've got a clean sweep there. Quite like that. I do quite like that. Don't think we're going to be able to achieve that everywhere, though, so it's not going to be a goal of sorts. But I think top goal scorer has to be a goal in every league, really. It's unofficially, I mean, it's just almost going to happen, isn't it? Because we're a striker. But I will say, if you're liking this idea, do let me know down below any ideas that you have where we do this with different positions. Maybe we do 2 players, maybe 2 fullbacks or something. Let me know, because I really like this idea, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And I'd love to do. I am going to do it with different positions, but I always welcome any feedback on board from you guys, because you might just help just tweak it and just give it that little bit of garnish that I just not quite thought about in the initial instance. And like the Wonderkid wheel videos, you guys have put your suggestions in, and they have gone from strength to strength since the first iteration of them, and they're all the better for it. So it's a community here where I love to take your ideas on board, and especially all your feedback. And if I think it's rubbish, I won't use it, but sometimes there are some fantastic little suggestions from you guys, so I do always appreciate them, and I do always read your comments, so please do let me know in the comments down below. And if you're not already, please do subscribe, because we are, I would say, marching on towards a target. We're not, it's just very stagnant in terms of subscriptions at the minute, so please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, tension aside, we did it. 4-0 in the final, a brace for Diggory, and we've done it. We're going to League 2. Fine. Who's in League 2 then? And... oh, well, it's got to be Oldham, hasn't it? The Oldham Days is back here on the channel. It's something that we've all got a soft spot for. I suppose to say we all. If you ever watched my Oldham Days series, it was a series that I loved, to be honest. It was my first ever series. First ever real playthrough. I don't often go from non-league to the Premier League in my save games. I like to start out somewhere, maybe Championship or League One, and build from there. But very rarely do I go from the Vanuatu National League. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, that Oldham series, that, we called a day at a certain point, but I've still got the save file, which I could put in and have another couple of seasons of if I really wanted to. But, other things on the horizon. Watch this space. Got a great little series coming, in my opinion. It's series that's coming I'm loving it so far, and I'm trying to get it all completed in terms of play and then start bringing it out so I can just edit it periodically and get episodes out to you guys, because this might be the biggest project I've ever undertaken on YouTube, and the one that I'll be the most proud of. So please do watch this space. It could be a lot of fun. But we're going to go to Oldham, 32 and 39, and the Bristol Street Motors. Did I say Papa John's trophy before? I think it's Bristol Street Motors now. Yeah, it's still got the Papa John's logo. Oh, Bolton have won it. Great. So we didn't win it with Oldham. But I suppose it's going to be a League One team that's probably going to win it. So we're probably going to move straight to League One. We are. Oldham are promoted, and we are top goal scorer and player of the season once again. Only 5 points, though, we were promoted by. That's the problem. If we get promoted from these leagues, but we don't win the title, we have to come back to that division. So it's always the league title. We must have, not just promotion. The League One, then. And, well, we've got to go with them, haven't we? Football Manager's sponsor, or the team that is sponsored by Football Manager, AFC Wimbledon, who have announced that Football Manager have sponsored them again, which is excellent news, which means that the game has to be coming. If the game doesn't come out for a second year in a row, and they've sponsored a football team, what are you doing? What are you doing? Really? Just highlighting the fact that there's no game, and people go, "Oh, Football Manager, yeah, we should try that. Let's. I can't find the latest game. Where's that? Like, Google it. Bang. Just Reddit, just up in arms. You'd go, oh dear. Yeah, game's got to be coming out. But when? Hopefully the usual time. So we're going to go to Wimbledon. 44 and 43 in Sky Bet League One. Only 1-1 in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. So, yeah, probably didn't win that, unfortunately. AFC Wimbledon, though, did win the league. And we are eligible to go to the Championship. We could leave the Bristol Street Motors Trophy now, but I feel there's some big teams in these divisions. Ipswich, for one, who in real life have just been in the Premier League. I know they've just got relegated again, but hey, they're down here in League One. So I say that. We might have won it. We didn't. What's the FA Cup quarter final though? We went on an FA Cup run. Bristol Street Motors. We didn't even go out of the qualifying group. Who did win it? Sheffield Wednesday. Okay. I'm going to go to Ipswich though. 31 and 35 for Ipswich. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is in charge. 96 points. Hey, clean sweep. Goals, assists, average rating, and 3 average ratings for Ipswich. So we've absolutely dominated. Did we win? No. Quarter-final, out to Tranmere. Reading won it. They're 14th in League One, and Big Frankie Lamps is in charge. Right, let's go to Reading, play under Frank, and win that Bristol Street Motors trophy. We're 25 now, though, so I do need to be very conscious of the fact that if we haven't won it this season, do we just move on to the Championship? The decision that I might make in a moment. Let's just see. Right, 30 and 40, 11 assists. Reading. Frank Lampard's still here, and he's just got promoted. Cheer up, Frank. You've just been promoted, man. Reading, we've won the league, of course, and we've done very well over here. Swansea beating QPR in the final. Bristol Street Motors trophy. Oh, we didn't even get out of the bleed second round we got to. Right, I'm going to have one more roll of the dice. One more, QPR, because they did win it in 2030. They've just won it. QPR have just won it, and they've nearly got promoted. Right, this is it. So, 34 and 36. 2 games, no goals in the Bristol Street Motors. We won the league, QPR, but just out in the second round again. It's time to Ipswich, our former club, who've obviously have come back down. That's so infuriating. Right, we're going to leave the Bristol Street Motors trophy. This is going to be the one wild card that we use, and we're going to come back to it later in the experiment. But bloody hell, how much hard work has the FA Trophy and this Bristol Street Motors trophy been? But I suppose that's a jeopardy, isn't it? It can't just be easy. It'd be so boring if it was easy. If I just kept winning everything, like the leagues, they have much of a muchness. Might get a bit more difficult as we get to the Premier League, but we'll see. Championship then. Who are we going to go to in the Championship? Could be Sunderland, an old flame, Everton. Get them back up there. Yeah, I'll go Everton. Why not? Get Everton back to the Premier League. 35 and 41 for him. 4 and 5 in the Carabao Cup. Little Carabao Cup run. Okay, so Premier League then. Up next. Where do we go? So Norwich have overachieved here, and they've got a tycoon. Should we go for Norwich? Just I'm going to have a season at Norwich. Why not? 21 in 35. 5th in the Premier League. Top goal scorer. Oh my God, we lost in the final of the Carabao Cup to United. Nearly ticking off the Carabao Cup there. Okay, shall we go to Wolves? Let's go and try and win the Conference League, shall we? Because we want to go and try and win all the European trophies as well. Did I neglect to mention that? I may have done. Want to win the Conference League, Europa League, and Champions League as well in this experiment. Time is ticking. Okay, so we've had 16 and 12 in the Conference League. It sounds good. 22 and 37 in the Premier League. So we finished 9th. Ruben Amorim's in charge. And how did we do? Oh my God, we lost on penalties in the final. That's the second penalties final we've lost. That was 2-2. We played the best actually, 7.1, no goals. Old the Gary. Oh. And we lost. Oh my God, that's 2 seasons in a row. We lost in the Carabao Cup final as well. Lost to West Ham. We lost in the Carabao Cup final to West Ham. And West Ham have also got Conference League football. Well, I guess we're going to West Ham then. 10 in 9, 4 off the bench. So not a bad showing in the Conference League. 31 in 36. We're 30 years old now. And we've not got frozen attributes. Oh, no. We are going to decline. And we've not even won the Premier League yet. I don't think we're going to do this. I think we spent too much time pissing about at non-league. Well, we had to. We only had one trophy that we were able to bypass. So, it is what it is. West Ham then, 5th in the Premier League. We won the Conference League, 2-1 against Hertha. We didn't actually score. We played in the final, but we didn't score. But that's the Conference League ticked off. Should we go Chelsea, Europa League? Yeah? So Chelsea, 10 in 10 in the Europa League. 20 and 31. Did not play once in the FA Cup, played once in the Carabao Cup, so that doesn't bode well for me. So we finished 3rd in the Premier League. Okay, let's have a look at the schedule. So lost in the Europa League semi-final to Liverpool. So Spurs, they're always a good team to go to. Europa League. Jordan Pickford's in charge as well. Don't know why that's of interest, but it is. Let's have a look at his attributes. 197 potential ability manager, 179 current ability. Wowzers. Okay, 2040 then. Okay, Diggory. So 8 in the Europa League, 5 off the bench. So not great. 24 and 30, 6 and 6 in the FA Cup, not played in the Carabao Cup. Okay, so firstly, Spurs, 3rd in the Premier League. Norwich won the Premier League there in 38-39. I missed that. I did not even notice that where I was looking at when we finished 3rd. Norwich won it the season after we left. I just can't believe this. And look at this. Let's have a look. Where's the Carabao? Out in the third round to Blackburn. But fear not, it's not a dead season. It's actually phenomenal for our trophy haul. The Europa League, we beat Roma 3-1. We did score as well to make it 3-0. But Roma got one back. And then we went on to beat Bournemouth 2-0 in the FA Cup final. So that's 2 trophies ticked off. We now need the Champions League, the Premier League, and the Carabao Cup. So where are we going to go then? See if we can achieve this. Got to be Manchester United, right? My team, Manchester United. They've just won the league. Let's go and get them. We're now down at 198. 198 out of 200 at 33 years old. Not great. Although his finish has now gone up. Losing pace. 9 and 30 in the Champions League. 28 and 33 in the Premier League. 1 and 3 in the Carabao Cup. So, Man United, second. Bloody hell. Right, we're second in the Premier League. Our two players top goal scorers. How? Wolves up in fourth. God, our former club's doing well. How do we do then? Carabao Cup quarter-final loss to West Ham. But there is a trophy. The Champions League beating our former team, Tottenham, and we scored the winning goal. 2-1. The Champions League is also ticked off. So now we need the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. And we are rapidly running out of time. Who won the Premier League? It was Manchester City. I'm going to have to do it. I feel like such a dirtbag, but do you know what? I can't go to Norwich. I can't go to Wolves. I can't go to Spurs. I can't go to Chelsea. The next best team I can go to is King Brighton. Has to be City. Okay. Once again, 10 and 30 in the Champions League, 28 and 34 in the Premier League. Not scored only one game in the Carabao Cup. Does it count if we win the Carabao Cup with City and I've not played? Does it count? Has to, doesn't it? We've won the Premier League. Right, the Premier League is ticked off. We've now got the Carabao Cup and the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. That is it. Or did we win the Carabao Cup? No, we lost in the third round to United. Of course we did. Brilliant. Where can we go? The next best team that we haven't been to is Watford. Watford or Arsenal. We'll go Watford. Sod it. So, didn't even play in the Carabao Cup. Didn't even play. 187 out of 200. Oh, 159 in 197 for England as well. That's not too bad, is it? Apparently fluent in German, Arabic, Portuguese, Spanish and Malay. No, so fluent in Arabic, German and English. Portuguese and Spanish Portuguese is good. Spanish and Malay is basic. The favourite clubs, just all these favourite clubs because of his player for a season. Watford, where do we finish? 5th in the Premier League then. And I just did see on the Watford Trophy Hall, there's no Carabao Cup there. They just didn't even didn't care, did they? Quarterfinals of the Europa League. Carabao Cup 4th round to Spurs. Brentford or Arsenal. Just for reputation alone, it's got to be Arsenal, hasn't it? Yeah, okay. So, 1 and 2 in the Carabao Cup. 14 and 34 in the Premier Division. Been playing as a cam. Arsenal were 8th. They ain't won the Carabao Cup, have they? No way. Out in the semi-final of the Europa League to Fiorentina. 4th round to Spurs. We're out. Hull, 4th. Let's do Hull. Didn't play at all in the Carabao Cup. 19 and 37. Hull City finished in 8th. Man City have just been on a tear. Carabao Cup quarter-final against United. We've come to Newcastle. He says he's retiring. He's 38. I don't know if I can really block this now. Don't know if I can block it. 164 as well. We've not done it. Not done it at all. Newcastle, 5th in the Premier League. Carabao Cup semi-final, second leg. Oh, we lost in the semi-finals. Brentford won. And then went on to lose to Spurs 4-1. Okay, so here he is. He's retiring. We did not win the Carabao Cup. We did not win the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. We won everything else. Not bad. International, 167 and 210 for England. Paris Hamilton Downs is the manager. And we've got 2 Euros in 36 and 38. 36 and 40. The award winners for Golden Boot. We won the Golden Boot in 2040 with 9. That's nice to see. And of course, did he win the World Cup Golden Boot? I think that's probably something we want to have achieved. 38 and 42, we won the World Cup as well. And coming up in 2030, and the Golden Boot was won 4 times by us. 26, 30, 38 and 42. Only in 34 did we not. Not sure why that was, but we've won the Golden Boot for 4 of the 5 that have been in this experiment. Yeah, which is all right, isn't it, I suppose? Which is all right. Okay, there he is then. So, ideas of how to tweak this. I'm probably going to do this with different players. If we didn't do it with the centre forward, I feel like it might be a real long shot to do it with another player, especially with how short the career is. I think leagues is definitely something that's a mini... Other players, other positions, in leagues will be a challenge. It's the cup competitions that absolutely screw you over. The Carabao Cup and the Bristol Street Motors Trophy have done us in, as well as the FA Trophy. How many seasons did we waste down in non-league there? A good 3 or 4 early doors in the career. So we've probably wasted about eight seasons going after lower league domestic cup trophies, which is part of the challenge, of course. I do appreciate that. So let me know what you think you'd do to tweak this. Other positions, multiple players in a position. Can we create a loan move once as well? So like maybe in the Bristol Street Motors, if we said, right, what I'm going to do is I'm bringing this guy in. I'm going to go there, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a player on loan who is, it could be anyone. It could be Erling Haaland for a season, and that could help us go on and win the trophy. But then would they play them? I don't know. It's all much of a muchness at the end of the day. I have no idea. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.